What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got some good Digimon news. This is a very, very fun video to make. There are lots of very exciting things to be having a little bit of a chat about. We have some information about the new set. Go team, ladies and gentlemen. Go team. So, set 4 news then. Shout out to the lovely DTCG review for helping us out with this. And yeah, just awesome. If you're not following them, you really should be. So what do we know about the 4th set of the Digimon trading card game? Well, we know that it's called Great Legend, and we know that it has a release date of the 18th of December. Now, straight off the bat, this is weird to me, because I am not seeing a nice standard release schedule like I would be expecting to see. If we take something like the Pokemon trading card game, in Japan they have 2 sets every 3 months, although it is thrown off a bit by the whole corona thing at the moment, and to be fair, we do need to remember that might be messing up the schedule for Digimon. Whereas if you look at something like the Transformers trading card game, they never had a proper release schedule, but that was also a game that was never particularly successful, so I think that kind of explained why it was a little bit all over the shop. Now, if we remind ourselves very quickly, the first set came out on May the 15th. We then had our second set, this is Japanese dates of course, on July the 22nd, which is just 2 months later. We then had our third set, or are getting our third set in October, which you're talking about July, that gives us 3 months. And my theory essentially was that you would get a set kind of every 3 months, but there was a shorter gap between sets 1 and 2 because they were trying to build a little bit of hype. That was my explanation. But now that we've got BT4 coming, the 4th set, on the 18th of December, that is exactly 7 weeks after the release of Union Impact. We are literally having 7 weeks between expansions. And it's not a smaller set. I should mention what we've got here is 115 different cards in here. 115 different cards. Which is the exact amount we had back in New Evolution, the first expansion. Which is 3 more than we had in Ultimate Power, the second expansion. And it is 3 more than we had in Union Impact, the 3rd expansion. So the first 4 expansions, 2 have got 115, 2 have got 112. What that means is that we've basically got a set, all the sets so far have been the same size. And these are fast releases. Now, for me personally, I am down with fast releases. That means that there are more cards to talk about on this channel. It means the metagame will change faster. It makes me very, very happy indeed. But there is an argument that some people will be put off by such fast releases. I mean, at this rate, if we're getting a kind of 2 sets every 5 months, we could be getting like 5 sets a year. That's a lot of sets in a year. I'm cool, but I know that some people might not be. And that's basically the news we have at the moment. Except it's not actually, because we also have a breakdown of the rarities. What we've got here is 44 common, these are the unique cards in the set. 30 uncommon, 26 rare, 12 super rare, and 3 secret rare. Now, if we compare that to New Evolution, which was the other one that had 115 cards in, we've actually got 1 fewer common, and 2 fewer rares, and 2 more super rares and 1 more secret rare. Oh. They're basically adding more cards at the top end. If we look at Union Impact, there were 10 super rares and 2 secret rares. Here we've got 12 and 3. So they're basically adding in a couple more super rares and 1 more secret rare. For what it's worth, all the sets so far have had 10 super rares and 2 secrets. So this has 2 more supers and 1 more secret. So it's going to be a little bit harder to pull those top end cards. So what we've essentially got is a new set, which is coming 7 weeks after set 3. and has got 2 more super rares and 1 more secret rare, which means that at the higher end, those rarities will be a little bit harder to get hold of. Now, I know that some of you straight off the bat are going to immediately be thinking, well, hang on a second, Wossy. What does this do in relation to the English release of the Digimon trading card game? And the answer is, we don't know at the moment. Now, as it stands, we know that we are getting boosters 1 and 1.5, and they are releasing in January and February, though remember the pre-sale of booster 1 in November, and that they will cover the first 3 sets over in Japan. So, Japan are having set 4 in December, and we are essentially having up to set 3 in February. But if they're doing 2 or 3 months between sets, then that means at the latest, we should expect a March release of BT5 in Japan, which means, and potentially as early as February, but they've been going kind of like 2 months, 3 months, 2 months, so I imagine 3 months, although we can never be sure. And then we'll actually kind of be a month away from being 2 sets behind. And I don't think we're going to get another set in March. I don't think they're going to do sets in January, February, March. 3 full sets in 3 months is a great way to overwhelm new players. I know I've heard a lot of people saying, we're catching up! They've never said we're catching up. They've never said that they're going to do simultaneous releases. Expect to be or settle 2 behind Japan. I don't worry about that. That's not a huge deal. It happens with Pokemon and we get along just fine. But it is something you should probably bear in mind as an inevitability. So, I'm excited about the new set coming, but please do remember that these swift releases and increased numbers of super rare cards, there are going to be people that are unhappy about this. Now, in terms of cards, we don't actually have very much. We don't have any cards. We do know that we're getting support for the Greymon family, and they've mentioned Shine Greymon, War Greymon, and Victory Greymon. And Victory Greymon we've not yet seen. Obviously, I put cards up of the others, but those are just previous cards. They are not obviously from the set. We don't have any cards yet. Now, if you want some good news, and there is good news to be found here, the lovely Jason Snowjacks over on the Facebook group has gone and told us that there will be an increased pull rate, so there will be more super rares per box. Over on DTCG Review, they've said it's 3 to 4 super rares per box. So, if we've got an increased pull rate, this is awesome. I told you that having more super and secret rares in a box could make people a little bit sad, and I meant it. But if you add more of these kind of cards and then you go and increase the pull rate, well then there's no real downside at all, is there, ladies and gentlemen? No. No, there isn't. This is wonderful, wonderful news. And there are going to be popular anime characters as Tamer box toppers again, but given that we've seen them in the first 2 sets, I'm not saying that you can guarantee that there are going to be box toppers featuring Tamers in every Japanese set. But I can tell you that at this stage, we're 2 for 2, and we've had it confirmed that we're at minimum 3 for 4, so I think we can start taking it as read that in every set there's going to be full art Tamer box toppers. Please do remember that these box toppers are just alternate arts of existing Tamers. They're not new cards, they're not exclusive cards, they're not cards that can only be gotten in the box toppers. So my opinion on this is exactly the same as my opinion of the Tamer Evolution box that I showed you a few days ago. It's all good. Doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, you can either go, oh, this looks amazing, I'm so excited, I am totally in. Or you can go, you know what? Those are too expensive to actually really start caring about properly. I'm just going to use the significantly cheaper regular art and I'll be just fine. Lovely. So to quickly recap what we know then, the too long didn't read version. It is a 4th set. It is called Great Legend. It is releasing on the 18th of December. Oh, I didn't tell you there are 24 packs per box, but that is standard. The breakdown is 44 common, 30 uncommon, 26 rare, 12 super rare, 3 secret rare, which gives 115 cards, which is standard. There's always 115 or 112. That is 2 more super rare and 3 more secret rare than we've had in all the other sets, but there is an increased pull rate which will help to mitigate. And then we've got the Greymon family really are apparently the focus of the set, including Victory Greymon, who is a Digimon that we've yet to see in the trading card game to date. I'm excited, ladies and gentlemen. I'm pretty gosh darn excited, and if I might be so bold as to suggest, you should be too. But I want to know how excited you are, ladies and gentlemen, and I want to know your predictions for this new set, so let me know in the comment section. Go nuts! Be nice! And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at the Wossy. That's where we talk Digimon and a whole bunch of other card games. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCGradio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, and all kinds of fun things. But by far the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wossy Plays.